Well, good morning, everyone. And once again, welcome to another live this morning. Good to have you on with us. We always appreciate it. And I would say even more than you know. And we'll say hello to a few folks here. Question and answer Friday. And let's see here. Who's on with us this morning? Numero uno and Brahim in Portland, Oregon. Good morning, Brahim. Andrea, Niagara Falls. Nice to have you on with us this morning. Manette, how you doing? And Bill, good morning. And Mary from Norwich. And Paul from Edmonton. Wendy from Markham. Yeah, we sure appreciate you guys. Thanks so much. And that was Victoria. How are you? Ron from Northern Idaho. Marlene from Newfoundland. Sherry from Mississauga. Heather, good morning. And Micheline, bonjour. And Doug and Cletus, how are you? Laurie, Niagara Falls. And Laurie and Ryan in Tampa. Eric, Ottawa. And Catherine, good morning from Newfoundland. Deneen, LaSalle. Sonia, good morning. And Karen, Little Britain. Leela from Verner, good morning. Kristen, Fran, Orangeville, good morning. And Lise, how are you? And Diane, Newfoundland. Anna, Leamington. And Karen from Coldwater. We appreciate you. Fran, did I say hello to you? Yeah, Fran, two friends. Fran from Balcarron, Fran from Orangeville. And you see Kevin? I don't see Kevin. Donna, good morning. And Sue and Ann. And Maureen, good morning. Boca Raton, Florida. Yolande, bonjour. Linda, New Brunswick. And Tina, good morning. Lori from Alberta, how are you? Gail from Saskatchewan. Elizabeth. Susan, Cape Breton, Nova Scotia. Sue from Bolton. Couple of more. Gina. Got a lot of questions, so we got to get going. And Elena from Greece. And Kevin is there, is he? Hi, Kev. Cheryl. There you are. How can I miss your favorite? Gerald, how are you? Lionel from Ontario. Lynn, shared with my Care Bears. Mary, PEI, Maryland. Good morning. And Sharon from Kirkland Lake. Wow. And Maria, how are you? Yvonne, Petawawa. And who is that? Lucella, I think? Rhonda. Oh, I want to sing. Sylvie. Okay, let's get to our questions, guys. And Debbie from Nova Scotia. And Elaine, how are you? Denise from Oakville. And Dave from Muskoka. Okay, got to get going. Here's the questions. Okay, Suzanne, if someone has papillary. Oh, my tongue gets twisted sometime. Papillary. Thyroid cancer. What is the first thing to do? Stop eating sugar. First thing. Remember on my board the other day, okay? We had yes and no with cancer. No, sugar. Sugar. Cancer is complex, okay? It's usually a perfect storm. It's complex. But one thing we know, low-hanging fruit, is that cancer feeds on sugar. So what do? Cut out the sugar. First thing you ought to do. No fruit juices. Okay? No fruit. Look, if you have cancer, I wouldn't have any fruit really other than a few berries. But don't drink any sugar at all. The worst thing you can do. On the yes side, okay, we love DHA. Curcumin is, there's studies showing that curcumin that actually cuts off blood supply to cancer. DHA makes cancer tumors, destroys them. Unreal. Probiotics, vitamin D, big time. Vitamin D. And if you can't get the sun, I think here in Northern Ontario, okay, climate change, I think we haven't seen the sun in about 3 weeks. I don't know if there is a sun anymore. I think it went away. I don't know how people think you can get vitamin D in the fall in Northern Ontario. Like, good luck from the sun. Better take a supplement. And I am big on vitamin D. Okay, big time with cancer. That's what generally, and our podcast will be out soon. Listen to that, Suzanne, okay? And does Dr. Martin recommend, here's another word I'm going to have trouble saying, okay? Hibiscus. Hibiscus. Did I say it right? Hibiscus tea. Why would you drink tea when you can drink coffee? Hibiscus tea for high blood pressure is asking the question. Well, I don't know. I've never used it for high blood pressure with my patients. I'll tell you what I use for high blood pressure with my patients with great success over the years. The reset, yes, because that really helps with blood pressure. With thousands of people would testify to that. But you know what? Supplement-wise, I've never seen anything like Navital for high blood pressure because it elevates nitric oxide and opens up your blood vessels. Very, very good for high blood pressure. Okay. Dominic, what do I think of hydrogen water? Well, look, did you ever think, Dominic, okay, I don't know how old you are, but if anyone around my age would have said to me that we are going to pay for water, I would have laughed about that. Okay? I mean, 50 years ago or more, I would have laughed if you said we're going to buy bottled water. Okay? But if you go and look at water, what they sell, they sell filtered water to distilled water. I'm going to answer some questions here about water because we got a few of them. I don't like hydrogen water any more than, you know what the best water is? It's mineral water. Okay? That's the best water. It's got the best pH. And, when you see one that's got a pH of 9 or whatever, you know what? I'm going to add a little salt. Take some Himalayan salt put a little pinch of salt, and the pH of water goes up immediately. Because that's what minerals do. That's what makes water alkaline, is minerals. Okay? Hydrogen, don't pay for it. Don't pay extra. That's the way I think. Now, the best water is spring water. Okay? That's what we're meant to drink. Now, if you've got tap water, please filter it. Filter the tap water because you need to get rid of all the chemicals and all the additives and things like that are in water, in the city water or whatever. Like in Sudbury, there's about 2,200 chemicals they use to clean that water. By the time you're drinking it, get a good filter or whatever, okay? That's worth investing in. But I love spring water, okay? Now, somebody else, let me get to these because I think we should do these together so we don't have to go back and forth. Okay, wait a minute here. I saw, wait a minute. Give me a sec, guys. I'll get there. Marilyn's going, when I try coffee, it hurts my stomach. Marilyn, I only feel sorry for you. You mean vitamin C, the real one, hurts your stomach? Yikes. Man. I don't even, Marilyn, want to call you weird. I won't do that. Okay? Unique? Yeah. But some people don't tolerate coffee. I feel sorry for them. Or they don't like it. Feel sorry for them. Okay. Oh, Todd. Here it is. I drink distilled water. Do not want fluoride. I know distilled water will take away my minerals. Yeah, I don't like distilled water. To be honest with you, Todd, I don't. Have you heard that you should get your soluble minerals from food and insoluble minerals from water? What are your thoughts? Well, my thoughts are water in nature is full of minerals. Okay? In nature. Spring water. Water is full of minerals, generally. Like distilled water, all of that's taken out. And if you're drinking distilled water, add minerals, add salt to it. Okay, Todd? Yeah. Somebody else asked something about water, too. Let me see. I thought there was one more on water. Oh, maybe not. Maybe not. Okay. I think I've answered. Let's go. Let's keep going because I'm slowing down. Amy, at my bedtime, my blood sugar is 88. Upon waking after 30 minutes, it is 110. That's the dawn effect. Your cortisol goes up in the morning. It's waking you up. It's starting you up. It's elevating your blood sugar. It's normal. That's why I used to tell diabetic, why are you taking your blood sugar in the morning? First thing, don't do that. Why do you do that? Your blood sugar is going to be elevated most of the time in the morning. It's natural. It's normal. I can't stand it when they're always taking blood sugar. Like, if you're a type 1 diabetic, I get it. But otherwise, like, why are you doing it so often? Okay. Francis, I was listening to a podcast on healing cancer, and they said there are xenoestrogens from plastic in bottled water. Is that true? Yep. But guys, listen, here's my overarching principle to it. Okay? My overarching principle. Got it? What is my overarching principle? You ain't getting away from plastic. You're not getting away from xenoestrogens. It's on Mount Everest to the placenta. It's everywhere. We live in a very imperfect world. Now, do the best you can for you. Do the best you can to avoid xenoestrogens. But they're everywhere. And plastic is everywhere. What do we say? A credit card worth of plastic on average a week that we have inside our bodies. But if you're on broad spectrum probiotics and your liver, remember, your liver is wonderful. It creates glutathione And when you have an empty liver, when your liver's working properly, you are going to detox. Look, I don't care where you go. I don't care where you try and hide. You're not getting away from xenoestrogens. You're not getting away from plastic. You're just not. Okay? You're just not. Okay? So do the best you can. Okay? And especially if you're on the Titanic, metabolically, start drinking water. And water is water. And only water is water. And the best water is spring water, and you need 2 liters a day of it. Okay? That's the sweet spot of water. Okay? Thanks for the questions. Does adding 35% cream to coffee change the health benefits? Nope. Nope. You still get your coffee and you get the benefits of cream. But I like it black. Me, personally. If you need cream though, no milk. No milk. No plant milks. Okay? Evelyn, does Dr. Martin think lunch meat is good or bad? Like salami? It's good. It's not best, but it's good. Salami, kielbasa, is 100 times better than a chocolate bar, granola bar, whatever. Okay? Because it's very low carb. It's very high protein. And, it gets a bad rap because it says it's processed meat, it's no good. Somebody asked about nitrates. Oh, Dr. Martin, nitrates. Well, that's just celery powder. Why is that bad for you? I mean, they're just preservatives. Salt is a preservative. Read the Bible. Salt is a preservative. Okay? That's how they preserved meat in biblical days. They didn't have refrigerators. Okay? Nah, I like salami. Ask an Italian. I married an Italian. Okay? Those are good for you. Don't buy. Look, there's better stuff. Like a steak is better than salami in terms of vitamins. But it's still very good. What a beautiful snack. Have a salami sandwich and forget the bread. And put cheese on it. There you go. Okay. Kathy, what does Dr. Martin recommend for a dry nose? Well, look, I mean, get a humidifier. Okay? Get a humidifier. One thing I like, too, is I find it to be effective to some extent, especially dry. Take a couple of drops of oil of oregano, little touch of coconut oil, and put it inside your nostril. Just a little, don't go too deep. Otherwise, it's Chinese torture. And it helps to moisturize your sinuses, your nostrils. Try that a little bit. That's a trick I used to give to my patients. Suzanne. Hyperhidrosis, that's somebody who sweats profusely. And Suzanne is asking any strategies. Look, one of the things I am moderate success, look, somebody tells you they can cure that, run. Run, Forrest, run. But I found cortisol to be helpful. But no cure. Okay? That's somebody that sweats profusely. Is 6 days on the liver cleanse enough to clear up fatty liver? So what are you talking about in liver cleanse? Do you mean the reset? Do you mean the reset? If you do, it really is helpful. Okay? It really is helpful. 6 days. Studies have shown 6 days for a lot of people would just empty that liver. Imagine, it doesn't take long. The liver is one of the most regenerative organs that you have. Cut a liver in half and you'll grow the other half back. In two, I mean. Okay. Sonia, how can hair thinning in young males be reversed? Good luck with that. Good luck with that. Males is different, okay, than women. Women, it's never, ever natural for women to lose hair. Okay? Just understand that. It's never natural for a woman to lose hair. If they lose hair, they got a hormonal problem. But men, it's not the same. Now, young, but you know what? A good thing? Men look all right when they're bald. Just shave your head. I used to have a lot of hair, honest. I can show you pictures, man. I was looking at a picture yesterday of me. I think it was 1993. Man, I had a head of hair. What happened? I'm a male. Most men, they just don't hold on to their hair. Okay, most, not all. My father-in-law had a head of hair. He was 90 years old. I was always jealous of him. Okay? But, my dad had real good hair. And then, as he got into his late 60s and that, he started losing it. Yeah, hello. Join the male club. For most men, not all. Okay. But hopefully we get our hair formula back. A lot of people like that. Douglas, pain in the heel on the inside, usually plantar fasciitis. You might be getting a heel spur. I love our inflammation formula. Pray that it comes back soon. Okay? That is such a good formula for plantar fasciitis. And, but that's generally what it is. And try take a ball out and roll your foot with tennis ball or whatever. That can be very effective. Douglas, thank you. Bonnie, we know that estrogen is a growth hormone. Yes, and that's what I was going to say about cancer too. Okay? That's what I was going to say about cancer. Block estrogen and lower insulin. Those are two main growth hormones. Okay, now, Bonnie is asking the question, is testosterone also a growth hormone? Yes. I asked because I see that testosterone-lowering drugs are used to treat prostate cancer. The problem is not testosterone and prostate cancer. I beg to disagree. It's estrogen. Men get prostate cancer when their estrogen is elevated. Not testosterone. You want testosterone in men. You know what testosterone does in men? Doesn't make the prostate grow. It makes muscles grow. Testosterone is good for you, men. You need it, men. Estrogen is the culprit. Ladies, when you get breast cancer, ovarian cancer, uterine cancer, any kind of reproductive cancer, it's estrogen. You're too much of a woman. And you don't have enough progesterone. It's balance. In men, you don't have enough testosterone. That's what happens to the prostate. Got the memo? Yeah. Block extra estrogen. And what are xenoestrogens? We talked about them. We live in an estrogen-dominated world today. Okay? And I'm big on blocking. That's why I like flax seeds. That's why I like DIM. Flax seeds block extra estrogen. Love them. Bonnie, good question. Shauna. How do you know if your joints are permanently damaged? Well, look, x-rays. Okay, x-rays, bone on bone. And, but, it's amazing your body here's what you do with bones. You got degeneration, get strong. Your muscles will help to make up, okay, for bone on bone. You can't fix it completely. I love our inflammation formula for that. But the idea, get strong. I just can't emphasize that enough. Ladies, get strong. Men, get strong. You're 80, get strong. Get stronger. Never stop. Muscle. Strong. Thanks, Shona. Read. How much weight is there when you talk about potassium for proper functioning for all nerves and so? Yeah, you need potassium. For sure, potassium's important. Can you get it from food? Absolutely. Eggs, meat, and cheese, especially bacon. That's how you get your potassium. Now, some people take I've given over the years some potassium supplement, okay? But at the end of the day, you should get all your potassium from food. Eggs, meat, and cheese gives you lots of potassium, okay? Not bananas, okay? Bananas have potassium, but bacon has more. Not avocados. Not that I'm against it. You can have avocados, okay? If you like them, eat them. I got no problem with that. But bacon's got more potassium. Isn't that wonderful? I always give you guys good news. Okay, thanks, Reed. Teeny, okay, peripheral vision from a stroke. Look, anything teeny with the eyes. Anything with the eyes is circulation. High DHA, lubricate eyeballs. Get off sugars as much as possible because sugar damages the eyes, the blood vessels, and Navitol. DHA and Navitol, the best for eyes. Glaucoma, neuropathy, you name it. Diabetic retinopathy, cataracts, you name it for eyes. High DHA. And, okay, where am I? Angie. How long does it take for acid levels in the stomach to return to normal? Well, if you start, lay off the sugar, because that elevates your pH. If you are eating carbohydrates and you're a carboholic, your pH in your stomach is going to lose its acidity. Okay? Use it or lose it. It doesn't take too long. Usually 30 days on the reset. A lot of people have found that their acidity is back to normal. Lay off the sugars, lay off the carbs. Your stomach was made to eat what? Red meat. Your anatomy, your physiology of your stomach was made for red meat. You got a stomach that's even more acidic than a tiger. Did you know that? And then people tell me you shouldn't eat red meat. I said, well, how come you're designed to eat red meat? Your stomach was made for red meat. Hello? How can it be bad for you if you're made for it? And if you don't eat it, you know what happens? Your pH goes up. You don't want that. Not in your stomach. You want to be acidic. But it regenerates pretty quickly for most people. Okay? Eat the right foods. And then digestive enzymes help a lot. I take digestive enzymes every day. Why? I'm old. Things don't work like they used to. No, but for me, I need them and I benefit big time from them. Okay? Good questions. I love you guys for those smart questions. Okay, Kathy, what supplement should I stop taking prior to surgery? None. Look, I don't want to get you in trouble. Okay, don't stop probiotics. Don't tell them. You need probiotics. For sure. And what they don't know won't hurt them. They don't know if you've done it or not. Why would you stop? I don't get it. Doctors are so scared of supplements. You're taking supplements before surgery. What's that going to do? It'll only help you recover. I know I go against, okay? And I don't mean to. I don't. I just don't agree, that's all. I don't agree. It's not true. They bring something up and then they make a religion out of it. Like, I can't get over it. Anyway, but don't say I said it. Don't get me in trouble. Steve, what are my thoughts on postbiotics? Yeah, I read about that stuff. I like, you know what's the best postbiotic, prebiotic? Is steak. Because it's got B12. And B12 is a postbiotic. Like, I don't know. I love anything to do with the gut. Okay? Pre, post, and pro. Whatever. But the best are probiotics. Okay? Prebiotics, they make a big thing out of that. Yeah. That's not, I'm against it. It's just that when you eat the right foods, your microbiome thrives. Pre, pro, and post. I don't try and make it too complicated. And fiber is overrated. I've been saying it for 50 years. Fiber, overrated. Okay? I'm sorry. Syl, daughter has small red spots on her hand. Well, look, she's got leaky gut. Fix the gut, fix the spots. Sarcoidosis, start in the gut. Leaky gut. It's autoimmune. Okay? Fix the gut. Takes time. No sugar. Get rid of yeast. Yada, yada, yada. Kathy, what about wormwood with cancer? I don't know. I've never seen any studies on it. Wormwood, anytime I ever heard of wormwood was for your gut. Would it help with cancer? Maybe. I don't know. Like I said, I have my protocol for cancer. I'll tell you what's better than wormwood. 100% I know this for sure. Don't eat sugar. I know one thing that's better than cancer than wormwood. For sure, 100%. Vitamin D. 100%. DHA. Better than wormwood. But I'm not against wormwood. I'm not. Okay? You have to understand, if I got no experience with it, if I haven't seen any studies on it, or whatever, I'm not against it. Okay. Marilyn, I already answered your question when your stomach hurts because of coffee. I feel sorry for you. Leah, I take 2 magnesium before bed. Last night I couldn't sleep. A song was playing in my head. Why couldn't I sleep? Leah, you're weird. I don't know. What song was going through your head? I get that too every once in a while, Sugar in the morning, sugar. Oh, no, I'm not supposed to sing. Okay, sorry. Shelley. Sharon. Secondary. What will help her? Polycythemia. Ooh, these big words. What will help? Navitol. Okay? Navitol. Guys, I'm losing my battery here this morning. I think it's my fault. If I go out, I still love you. Okay? I'm going to try and finish quickly. Myasthenia gravis, that's an autoimmune, start in the gut. Leaky gut, leaky everything. Start with the gut. Francis says, my acupuncture says I have pericarditis. How do they know that? How do you know if you have pericarditis? Your acupuncture, did they test your enzymes, your heart enzymes? Or you get a pericarditis test by either ultrasound scan or looking at enzymes. So if your acupuncturist said it, I'm not saying it's not true, but I want to know how they made that diagnosis. Okay? Because otherwise I would say you need to get a blood test done, and you need to get a heart scan done with ultrasound. Okay? Colleen, okay, let me end with this. Colleen, what do I think of Ozempic for diabetes help? How do I explain it? Well, look, you can Google this. There's a lot of side effects to Ozempic. It's a big, big thing now. Unreal how they have made this the biggest. It's a Hollywood thing and a superstar thing. Ozempic, oh, it's the greatest thing since sliced bread. The only thing is, when you lose weight, you lose, you're not losing fat, you're losing muscle, mostly. And it can paralyze your digestive tract. Do I like it? No, I don't. I don't like it because it's looking for love in all the wrong places. It's a Band-Aid. I don't like it. Okay, guys, I am going to run out of juice. So I'm going to say goodbye to you right now. I love you dearly. I might have a couple of more questions. I'll look and see. If I didn't touch them, I will. Okay? We love you dearly. We'll talk to you soon.